Bam! What's doing, guys? Back with another fresh final review. Today we're going to be looking at the X Plus 25cm Godzilla 1954 RIC exclusive that comes with the mini Dr. Serizawa. Bam! Holding an oxygen destroyer. Bam! Pretty cool, right? Yes. Now, alright, this figure came out in the fall of 2018, and it was priced about, let's see, the standard RIC prices are about $135, give or take, because the standard figure should have been right around $100 off a hobby search and Ami, depending on where you bought it from. Typical 25cm figures, yeah, they're just around the $100 mark, depending on where you get it from. Hobby search, Ami offer like discounts because those retailers, they buy so much, they get a discount from the X Plus, you know, right from X Plus because they ordered so many of them. There's like a breakdown of discounts that they get. Okay, so Godzilla 1954, just in time for the 64th birthday on November 3rd, and, you know, I figured this was a good time to get this figure knocked out of the park here so I could review it, and I am going to be honest with you, I was not going to pick this figure up. Why? Because, do I really need another 54? Do we, as X Plus collectors, really need another 54? No, we don't. Because we already have the gigantic. We have the 30cm 54. I have the diamond reissue, the black and white one. I also have the Wonderfest color, or natural color as we're calling it, 30cm 54. There is the 30cm train biter that's stylized with the train in his mouth, and I got the RIC with the crazy awesome looking base on that. Then there is the Yuji Sakai 30cm, not so 30cm 54. And now we have the 25cm 54. So there's a lot of 54s from X Plus now. So did we really need another one? No. Why did I get this? Because I wanted the RIC exclusive. That is not the main reason, but it is like it was the leading factor as to why I got this figure. I also figured, you know what? I don't have a 54 in the 25cm line to go and scale with everything else that I have 25cm. So I was like, all right. So there was two, you know, incentives there when me picking this up. But really, at the end of the day, it didn't really need another 54. It's just getting ridiculous. Ridiculous. But the figure itself, it looks really good. Painted up black and white to look monochrome, just like we saw in the movie. Detail is very good. Really no complaints. There's, with the black and white, there is some dry brushing across the figure to give it that sense of depth, like I always say. So that looks really good. The box was kind of nice to get a 25cm figure with the window display box because I felt like it's been a while since I got one with that style box. What does it really matter? I'm going to chop up the box anyways and chuck it, recycle it, bring to life, you know, new boxes down the road. But that was cool. So get the figure out of the box, you plop the tail on, bada bing, bada boom, no big deal. No tail stand, no nothing for this guy. Really plain and simple. Again, what I like about this figure, it does capture some of the bagginess of the actual suit, especially in the arms here where Nakajima was in. And the arms look baggy, you know, just from the suit curling like that in the arm area. The rest, even on the legs, I guess there's some bagginess. And pretty simple. One thing I like about this figure here, and if you look at the tail right here, that's where the string was, as to where on the set, they would move the tail back and forth. And you kind of see that because the way this tail, it's pinched over here underneath the skin, because the tail was being pulled up, and this piece of the tail was being, you know, just supported by itself. It was drooping down. So that kind of looks cool. So good representation of the suit. Again, the figure itself, it looks really, really good. No major complaints. Teeth all nicely individually sculpted. He's got those perky little ears up there looking all cute and everything. Now, the face from certain angles, even when this figure was announced, the face just looked off from certain angles. I think it's partially up in the upper snout near the center of his eyes. It just looks a little off from some angles, but some angles it looks perfect. So, it's not a big deal. You know, I mean, look, it's like with Hot Toys or Transformers or any other type of collectible line out there. Not everything's perfect. We expect perfection, but you know, sometimes they just, you know, fall underneath the mark a little bit. But that's not taking away too much here from this figure. So it looks really good. Let's do a quick little comparison with the other two. We have this is the Yuji Sakai 30cm, and then we have the original 30cm, which looks awesome. So 25cm Yuji Sakai, original 30cm. Okay. So, obviously, the 25cm is the smallest of the bunch. The Yuji Sakai stands taller than the 25, but not as tall as the 30, okay? So these look really, really cool. Together, I will say the Yuji Sakai packs the most detail out of the 3, then followed by the 30, which I think is practically perfect. If you ask me, this figure, it's just gorgeous looking. I have the black and white and the color one behind me. I really dig the 30. It was my first, 54 from X Plus, and it's a big figure. It just looks great. But the 25 being, he's the smallest. He's, again, he's lacking here in that upper face region, so it's my least liked one. I mean, I like it, but I'm not in love with it like these guys. And I was almost skeptical even about getting this one, but this one, I'm glad I got this one because this one's just beautiful looking. Detail is superb on the Yuji Sakai. So there's your comparison with all 3 of them. If, honestly, it's like, which one do you get? 25 is going to be the easiest one to get right now for the price, and it's, accessibility or availability, whichever, both basically. But the Yuji Sakai and this one's getting hard to get, I guess. I don't know really how available it is out there amongst the X Plus collecting world. This is going to be hard to come by. So, you got options. I don't know what to tell you. Hunt one down and get it, because if I had to pick one of the 3, I'd probably go with the 30 right here. Bam. Okay? Cool. Now, this little bugger right here. It's awesome that this was not a light up, okay? Because I'm kind of, like I always say, the light ups are just played out, burnt out, whatever, burnt out idea. It was really awesome to get another physical vinyl RIC extra in the form of Dr. Serizawa holding the Oxen the Destroyer. So this was, this is what really swayed me to get this, because I have the Toygraph divers, Oxen the Destroyer Serizawa, and one glows, one's painted up nice and black looking. But there's not many divers out there at all. So I was like, you know what? X Plus is, X Plus is the line that I'm into, obviously, and I might as well go RIC on this. So it was really a no-brainer. It was like, darn it. It's like, of course they're going to put a cool RIC extra with the 2554. Because if it was just not a light up, I might have passed on this completely. But here it is now, so I dig it. And it is home to stay. This figure, the little RIC, again, he's painted black and white, much like the Godzilla. Looks like he's standing right in the movie, or you pulled him right out of the movie. So it looks really good. It's all one piece. There is, a seam around it, or is it? Or is that just a suit? Either way, it looks really good. The detail on this is pretty nice. The Oxen Destroyer looks good. He's got the 2 on top of his helmet there, so that looks really nice. Okay, and if you look on the back, it even shows where his air cord was that was cut. So it's just dangling there because he knew it was it. I'm going down with Godzilla. We're going to make sure this weapon does not be used again for, future weapons of mass destruction. And that was Dr. Serizawa's final act of, scientific kicking some kaiju ass, and it worked. Whatever. Boom. We know the story. All right. So really, that's my review. It's a good figure. I'll probably give this figure a 9 out of 10. Again, mainly because just the face looks a little flat, sort of, kind of, but not a big deal. The detail looks really, really good. I dig it, and I'm happy to have it in line with the rest of my 25cm collection. Boom. Okay? The figure does scale well with the rest of the 25 centimeters, especially the 55, the 62, the Mr. Samson West said that the 71 is on the larger side of the 25 centimeter scale, but whatever. I'm not that picky about it, but it fits good. Okay? That's all I got. Remember, people, buy vinyl, fresh vinyl. Bam!